talking money, and I don't want to talk.
Still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys, catch them slipping and slang them. Treat them like jack boys, catch them slipping and slang them. Then I'm still gon' stunt. Diamonds look like they glowing. 50 stacks all singles, I make it look like it's snowing. Treat them like jack boys, catch them slipping and slang them. Treat them like jack boys, catch them slipping and slang them.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the We-On-Loc Nation channel. Sorry for the late I was supposed to do a stream on something else today. I think the stream was supposed to be called We Are Panders, but I'm going to do that tomorrow. But I want to do an addition. I want to do like a preview, like a prefix of what this whole pandering thing is. On top of that, talk about the conditions, what I think the conditions of what Black America is in. As of right now, Black America is in bad shape due to constant bad takes and bad conversations about Black men and Black women, all impacted together in one live stream or another, after another, while collecting super chats and whatnot about talking about the same old thing. I mean, which is fine, but you run into the risk of just it's just weird stuff. I can't even put it into words what I really want to say. But however it just looks bad. It looks bad. It looks corroded. The conversations look corroded, and no one seems to care. Everyone seems to acquiesce to bad content. I call it bad content due to the fact that if you were to really illustrate, if you really wanted to solve a problem, if you really wanted to be that guy or that girl that really has a chokehold on what I would call empty ideologies, your issue wouldn't be about Black men and Black women. Your issue would be about who put you in these situations in the first place. Who was responsible for you then? Who was responsible for your drama? Who was responsible for your traumas, your way of life, poverty, all those other things? But yet you sit here and you blame each other. Why? Because most men don't have ownership or have control, complete autonomy against women. And again, I was supposed to do a live stream on about that today, but I'm gonna do it tomorrow. But for the most part, I think we talk about pandering. We are mostly the panders because we pander to BS. We pander to people's platforms who, like I said, talk about the same uh, uh, nonsense every single day, every single live stream because it's entertaining to us. Any and everything that we do on camera. Anything and everything we do on a cell phone. We just copy and record and paste and uh, show to our friends or show to people who you think is going to be, you know, clinging to your points of views, and so they subscribe to you. And I'm not saying this is all people. The people who subscribe to um, nonsense the most, they're the ones causing the content. What about the people who get up every day and do good content? Good content does not get any views. Good content does not get any attention. Good content, positive content. What is positive content? Telling black people how what positivity really means in the black community, whether it be uh, raising money for a foundation, raising money for children, whether it be I don't know, mental health or disability, a disability fund, or yet someone like Jasmine Crockett or some shit. Although everybody hates her, everybody hates Jasmine Crockett for some odd strange reason, right? Anybody that does anything good for the community, it goes astray. But if I were to talk about bitches and hoes all day, if I were to talk about how men pander to women because they acquiesce to any and everything that a woman says, I'll be right on board with everybody else. And the algorithm just goes and goes and goes. If I tell you that racism doesn't exist, I will be in the algorithm where it just goes and just goes. If I tell you that uh, black women, you know, they're the killers of children. If I were to tell you, if I were to tell you that black men, uh, or I should say, preachers and pastors, uh, grape or sexually assault people in our community, which all that isn't true. All that isn't true at all. I'll be getting the algorithm will be going up, and everybody will be acquiescing to my bullshit. What does all this have to do, or better yet, a better question? Why is it that everything has to be so unbalanced? You want to talk about an issue. This is the thing I don't get. You want to talk so bad about an issue when there technically isn't any issue. You just have a problem because you are astral projecting your livelihood on what happened to you some odd years ago in junior high and high school. Oh, she wouldn't pay attention to me. Oh, she wouldn't pay attention to me. I was giving her flowers and candies and all this other stuff and yada 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 yada. So I went out with this girl and that girl, and she appreciated me. She appreciated me for who I really was. She didn't make fun of my button up shirt, all the way button up shirt. You had the flannel or whatever, or the sometimes a sweater where you button up the sweater all the way up. She didn't make fun of my sweater. That white girl, that Asian girl respected me. So out of all the black women that you ran into, you literally got a dose of reality that what? She was the only one. She was the only one in existence. Really. What about the 300 or the 350 or how many ever is it junior high and high school? I can't count the numbers. I mean, there was a lot of us. There was a lot of sisters. So you mean to tell me out of one? Oh, I'll give you a few. Hell, I'll give you three. Out of the three sisters, normally this usually happens. You mean to tell me that those three women weren't paying attention to you, or they did, or they like made fun of you, or they were teasing you, and all of a sudden, oh, I hate black women. Or now it's we need control. We can't beat the white man. There ain't no sense of it. There's no sense of fighting back. So the only way for us being men is to control our black women. Control, because the power of the P is important in society. They make old babies and they rule the world. They rule the universe. So we have to take control of these women, but they don't want to pay attention to us. We're trying to protect our black women. No, you just irritating the hell out of them. And to be quite honest, to be fair, there are those black women who don't even deserve attention. They don't deserve any attention at all. But yet, you give it to them because you know what they bring to the table. That's it. You're done. You're done. You don't be. There's no love. There's no sacrifice. There's no conversations. There's literally nothing. It's my way or the highway. What do you own? You don't own her. She better do what I say, or else she ain't gonna get my last name. Okay. Yeah, I was born in the 80s, and I never ran into anything this idiotic. Trust and respect others is the first step. Well, we don't trust and respect one another. How do I know? Because it's shown through these panels. It's shown through the airwaves. But this is how, and they love. Check this out. They love statistics, right? They'll all day just go to statistics show that women have the highest rate of opening their mouths. About 90% of them. And so what does it say about black men? Black men have the highest rate of being the most stupidest motherfuckers on the face of this planet. Only 10% get along with our black women just fine. Just fine. I bet you it's not like this in Georgia. I bet you it's not like this in Texas. I bet you it's not like this in Alabama. I bet you it's not like this in Carolina. I bet you. The big cities. California. I bet you it don't happen in California. It damn sure don't happen in Nevada. It can't happen in Nevada because we got tourists coming in Nevada. So we have a majority of mixed people. We have black, white, Asian. We got people coming in into the states. So that technically it doesn't count. But if you go into certain areas in Vegas, of course you're going to get a variety. You're going to get a variety of Mexicans depending if you what side of the coin you're on. You get this amount of blacks. You get this amount of whites. You get this amount of Asians. So it is what it is, right? In Reno, it's the same thing. If you go all the way down to Rio, if you go all the way down to Prim, it's the same thing. But in LA, Compton, Watts, 85% of black folks, you never get this type of content. Never. You get like one or two. They're too busy. They're too busy trying to survive out there. It only happens on the East Coast. You have a problem with people on the East? I have no idea. I believe somebody, it was Brittany B brought it to my attention. And I said, Brittany, you're absolutely right. Because most people on the West Coast don't have to deal with, oh, if you don't acquiesce to my plan, if you don't go with my plan, look, this is how it goes. We're going to sit here and we're going to discuss me. We're going to sit here and discuss my plan. I would love for my grandfather and my grandmother, if they were alive, to tell me countless stories. And they live in the South. And countless stories. I mean, on my dad's side of the family, I didn't meet my grandmother. I met my grandfather, but I never met my grandmother. Probably when I was like 3, but I don't remember that shit. But my grandmother and my grandfather on my mom's side of the family always told me stories of how things used to be. How ugly it was. Just ugly. I mean, they were, my grandmother was a sharecropper. I don't know what Walter was, but I do know that they owned a farm, they owned a house, and they owned their own property. And my mom, she literally used to take me to their house. We traveled on A train, and she used to take me over to the house, and it was like nothing but land out there, and you just mess with the farmlands and everything. She used to tell me, or my grandmother and my grandfather used to tell me all types of stories of how they had to fight the good fight. Sometimes it wasn't easy. Sometimes it was sweet. Sometimes it wasn't. I mean, hell, that's what relationships are. Relationships aren't supposed to be easy. Maybe they're easy the first go around. But what I'm trying to say is I'm literally getting sick and tired of all this complaining from mostly black men. But ladies, you ain't looking too good either. You know what? I'm gonna keep it a buck. You're not making it too good either. I mean, generally, the only reason why I'm not getting on women as much is because I see nothing but men's panels pandering to other men talking shit about women. It's the same formula. Even I forgot what YouTuber it was, but he was explaining how the algorithm works. And the algorithm works like this. Once you get the Kevin Samuels treatment, the algorithm goes like this. And they're looking to see, and I guess it hits certain platforms, it hits certain people's pages, right? And then they do a platform on it, and they're looking up statistics, and everything is construed. Everything is misconstrued. Nobody is going through the things that people keep claiming that they go through, which is stupid. No one, there is no woman, probably a few, but mostly the women that go through everyday life just like we do, don't don't even act whorish half the time. And even when they do, let me tell you a little secret, okay? I live in Vegas. Even when they're half naked, they're with their man half the time, or most of the time, I should say. How do I know? Being an Uber driver, I've seen many people come and go. I've seen many women come and go. I've seen many dudes come and go. Most of them are together. They're together. They stop by the hotel, take a nap or whatever, and get ready for the nightlife. In other places, it's the same way. It's the same exact way. They're going to a damn Rick Ross concert, or they're going to like what's his name? Not Ludacris. The Nelly concert. They're going to a Nelly concert. Nelly is 50 plus years old, but he's registered here in Vegas. We come up here and have a good time. Ain't nobody fussing and fighting. Ain't nobody picking no pockets. Ain't nobody doing none of that shit that none of these men is talking about. You got the plenty of few that you can come up to and you can ask for their hand, or you can ask for a drink, and they'll take it. They will take it. But the game got to be right. For some of them, that's just what it is. And newsflash, not everybody is for everybody. It's just not. Not everybody's for everybody. Give that shit up. You're not gonna find the perfect woman. What is the definition of a perfect woman? That don't. If women were perfect and men are perfect, that means God is perfect, which He is. He or she, whoever you claim God to be. They're perfect. I'm gonna give you a little. I want to give you a little something that doesn't hit the airways, which I should think should be a plus in my book.
Mr. Champion Style TV champ. We already know what it is. Let's
Here we go. And I am here with
Ebony Noel.
This is Deidre with Life in a Day of, and I am here with
Amir Sealy.
All right, so I'm gonna say something and you're just gonna complete the line for me.
Sure.
When black people get together,
It is always a vibe. It's always a vibe.
There's nothing like seeing all of us together. But more importantly, this particular event, I just come out here because if this doesn't reassure you of how great it is to be us, no disrespect to anybody else,
Right.
but if this doesn't, reassure that for you, if it doesn't help you understand technically why the rest of the world kind of is not upset that they're not us, I get it. But this, all the diaspora, all the hairdos, all of the style, like there's so much great stuff out here.
When Black people come together,
It's a celebration. It's an elite vibe. It's a cornucopia of imagination and creativity. It's a truth-telling festival. It's humor and entertainment and joy and fun and relaxation. It's everything. You're going to get educated. You're going to get some preaching. You're going to get some entertainment. It's where you want to be.
and I'm gonna say something, and you're just gonna complete the sentence, okay?
No problem, man.
When Black people get together,
We harmonize.
okay. Anything else to add to that?
We harmonize. We are all in one accord, right? It's like when Black people get together, it's like a unsaying thing. Like we don't even have to say anything to each other. We know what it is, right? We know each other's bop. We know each other's lingo. We know their hairstyles. We know the swagger. So it's automatic. It's like me walking down the street and I see another Black man. I don't have to say nothing. It's just a head nod.
Right.
The head nod speaks volumes. It says, yo, I see you, brother. You're looking good. You're shining. You look clean. It's a salute. This is the way we salute. Military, they do this. Black people, Black men and women, what up?
Oh, but that's not realistic. No, it's not realistic at all. It's not realistic to you because you're stuck on the same old thing. You're stuck on the same old ideology. Because you don't believe that a black man in the city of Detroit is with his woman and they're going somewhere in Hockey Town or somewhere in Court Town, and all they do is hear music. You hear music, and starting at home, I would, if my wife were into any of that stuff, I am. She's not. But even if she was, I wouldn't tell her how to dress because she already knows how to dress. If she's dressing for me and nobody else. If she's dressing for me and nobody else. You're going to deal with some nympho idiots out there who think they can push your buttons by making you upset by attacking your lady. It doesn't happen all often, but even if it does, that man gets checked. People just act like pussies because mainly they don't want to deal with any drama or nothing. I was like, you just need to test the waters. Because again, she's not dressing for the next man. She's not dressing to get bust down. She's dressing to be with your dumb ass. Literally. She is dressing to be with you. She's with you because you chose her and she had chosen you. It goes both ways. There was something about you that she claimed onto that you literally would fuck up a good cornbread dinner all because of your sensitive ass have the nerve to say, you're not coming out the house looking like that. What? What? Now, is she when I came out the house butt naked, like no clothes on at all, just Tim's, just no bra, no panties, just Tim's. Now that would be an issue. But name one black woman that's ever done that before. Name one. I'll wait. Name one. You ain't gonna find it. You're not going to find it. You know why? Because they don't exist. Oh, do you know what I mean about butt naked? They wearing the bikinis and they had their breasts hanging out. And like I said, most likely they're with their man at the time. If they're not with their men, they're with their girlfriends. And I'm sure they have more common sense than just do something crazy. Like some of them do, but we're not bothered by them. At least we shouldn't, because it's a very small number. Very small number. But I bet you if she came up to you and said, "You smell good, you look good, I'd like to buy you a drink," you won't hesitate to say yes to that. Hell, you won't hesitate to get possibly even lucky that night. You're a piece of shit if you're lying and you say, um, "I want my woman to look better. We got to do better in this neighborhood. We got to do better in this community." This lady has heard it all. This lady right here has heard it all. She's seen it all. Oh, she talked to me. She was talking to me like this. You ain't gonna, you ain't gonna, you ain't gonna say nothing. No, because you didn't say nothing to the other fool that came up there and started yapping his gums at the females. You don't. You just don't. But you are so damn slick, yet so biased. And I get it. I get it. You're the alpha male. You want to prove something to white people. You want to prove that you are not inferior. Guess what? You're not Nat Turner. You're not Dessalini, Jacques. You're not Prince. You're not Prince Plamumba. You're not even Martin Luther King. You might be Martina Luther King, but you ain't Martin Luther King. Hell, you ain't even Malcolm El Shabazz Malcolm X. You ain't even Dr. You got the Khalid Muhammad. You ain't him. You are not him. You ain't even. He's about to be on his deathbed. Grant the Lord Almighty to give him more time. Grant the Lord Almighty to give him more time, Louis Farrakhan. You ain't even him. And guess what? He panders to women. Yes, he does. You know why? Because he understands the importance of togetherness. He understands the importance of we are not alone in this universe. What happens when we get sick? You know, and some of these men are right. If I ever heard, some of these men are right that the man's womb or the woman's womb is a healing factor to men. Whenever we get sick, the woman knows how to, and thus, of course, throughout time, she's a nurturer by nature. What happens when you fuck with nature? Oh, wait. Can anybody answer that? What happens when you fuck with nature? Does anybody go outside around just about when the sun comes up and that sun hits your skin, your melanin skin, and you getting a dose of that vitamin C, D, or whatever? That's nature. That's nature. You know why it rains and you getting that good water? Unless you piss her off and you getting that acid water, you don't want to piss Mother Nature off. So you figure, the controlling of women is controlling the access of a womb because you figure she has power through the government or some shit. Since when? Since when? Since when do women have that much power? A black woman at that. If a white woman has issues with a white man in her presence, what makes you think that a black woman would be any different? Oh, because of the color of her skin? Oh, I never had this black coochie before. They'll treat her just like they treated that white woman. The only thing is, the white woman's loyal. The white woman has always been loyal. I get sick and tired of these weak ass dudes. Make sure my door is closed. I'm getting sick and tired of these weak ass dudes. Every day I have these things that I play with. I don't want to call them balls, but they're like meditation, whatever it is. You know, if you ever seen Boys in the Hood, where Trey's father, played by Lawrence Fishburne, and he's just sitting there playing, with the meditation beads, and he's in deep thought. That's what I usually have, and I'm usually playing. And so there was a woman. There's always a woman, especially on these podcasts, that comes up and they ultimately tell the truth, their truth. I mean, of course, men, they usually have the truth. Well, it's the truth. It's the truth, and it's these statistics. And even though these statistics can be construed sometimes, it's the truth nevertheless. Listen, if women are bad individuals, what are men? Who's responsible for the relationship breakups or the what is it called again? The broken homes. It's black women, because black women, they kill their babies. Need I remind you that there is a such thing as not abortion, but it's damn, I had it in my head, where the baby dies because it hasn't gotten enough fluid or hasn't got enough blood flow. You don't count that, do you? And it's a 50-50. Every time a woman gives birth, miscarriage, every time a woman gives birth, it's a 50-50. It's a 50-50 deal. Either the woman's going to come out okay. I know, by the way, some of us need to get back to that African ritual where the woman gives birth vertically. Gravity pulls down, it doesn't pull horizontal. Have your baby like Caesar did. Or how that woman in the Woman King, how she had her baby. Right? She literally was squatting and she had her baby that way. Have gravity pull down on your baby. Or you can do it how Ahmad Herzad had his baby when he put his wife in the tub and the baby came out through the womb that way. I wouldn't mind that at all. But you don't count that. You don't count miscarriages. You don't count rapes. How the woman has been beaten. How the woman has been physical. It even comes through. It even comes through that mental psyche. And sorry for the Star Wars reference, but Padme, she was lucky to have those 2 kids. But she didn't have the will to live. And so she died. That can actually happen, but you don't count that. You just count, oh, they just abort their babies. No, I really don't like it when women abort babies. But I almost forgot. You don't count if, and I really hate this because it's a touchy subject. If a person rapes her, right? And she's beaten up, battered up, whatever, and she has a child by this rapist. Men say she's supposed to keep the baby. For what? A killer's baby. Are you kidding me? Have you done lost your damn mind? Now, it is her choice, yes. That will be the only time I would say it will be okay. But other than that, oh no. No, because number one, children don't have to be here. Yeah, and I heard all this shit it does on the platform. It's just ridiculous at this point. It's either we're gonna come together or we're gonna separate. That would be the ultimate solution. It's either we're going to come together or not. And we're just going to separate from one another. This doesn't have to continuously have to be a back and forth, because one's not going to listen to the other one. It's just a straight just yelling back and forth. Yeah. And men acting like women and women acting like men. It's just asinine. And then people get on, it used to be people get on me for pandering. I'm like, no, you're just lazy. That's all it is. You're just fucking lazy. And it looks crazy on your part, because you want the woman to do all the work. You want the woman to cook and clean, even though she's gonna be doing that anyway. And you're going to be doing nothing but being lazy. Oh, we work this amount of hours. So does my mother. My mother used to work for General Motors. What the fuck are you talking about? My mother and my father used to work for General Motors, and they had to pull their load because of my black ass. What are we talking about here? What? We don't want to work anymore? What is so hard about washing a few little dishes? Oh, wait. I am so tired working 80 hours. 80 plus hours. But in order for me to eat, I have to have some clean plate. In order for me to go out so nice and a little drip, I got to go ahead and wash these clothes. Which there's nothing wrong with washing clothes. At least wash your clothes. You can fold them up so nice, put them in your little drawer. I wash my clothes, my wife's clothes, and the kids' clothes. Hang them, dry them up, put them up. That's what I do. I have no problems doing that. I'm used to it. What does your wife do? She does cook. And guess what? And the other thing, that's so asinine. She should be cooking and cleaning and fixing the plates. Just go ahead and fix those plates. Have you ever heard of that? She need to go ahead and fix those plates. If she ain't fixing them plates, she ain't for you, dog. Listen, she'll go ahead and fix the plates for the kids, and then I'll fix her plate. How's that? And then later on, I'll fix my plate. Nothing wrong with that. See, this is the algorithm. This is our way of thinking. And the white man's got you locked and boxed, nagging on each other, fighting with each other. I seen the podcast from the other night. I seen it. I seen it from Lapeef. I seen Lapeef's. I seen the fatties. I seen everything, and none of those motherfuckers make any sense. Darwin gets on my nerves. Darwin's that, yes, sir. He's used to that. Hank is old. It is country Hank. You just gotta expect it. You can't expect anything else from me. I can rock with him because he's consistent. He's consistent in what he says. He's very consistent. Everybody else, I'm not gonna even bother. Even the new kids that come in and act stupid. It's just and claim to know what they're talking about, even though I would like to ask, do their wives listen to this? And another thing, how is it that you are married and are complaining about these type of women who are in the small percent? Now, if I would have told you that I don't listen to Cardi B, or I don't listen to what's her name? Not Michi X. Who's the girl that burns up everybody? Who's the girl? I forgot in my head. This is the thing. If I don't listen to your music, I totally forget you. I totally forget you. Sexy Red. I don't listen to Sexy Red. I don't listen to Gorilla. Right? I don't listen to none of them. But if they were in a burning building, yes, I will bring my black ass in there and I'll go and get them. I don't listen to your music. I don't count down to who you are. I don't even know why Umar was even in whatchamacallit's face that day. But I bet you if she was in a burning building, he would go get her. Because he, him, I, that person, this person, and this person who will never leave the fence, who will never go on the other side of the fence and just be untrue to themselves by being with a person who thinks they know everything about their man. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry you had to deal with that last female. I don't want to say because I don't want to get punched in the face. I don't understand it. I can cook you a good meal, sir. I can go ahead and suck your little wee-wee. I can do it all because I'm your girl. And the next thing you know, and all of a sudden she has a big ass, and all of a sudden you in there. Oh, she could cook now. Does she know your pain? No, not like a black woman does. Does she know what you've gone through? No. She could study all the books in the world, but she doesn't know consciously, spiritually, what a black man has gone through. You have, she hasn't. And I'm talking about the snow bunnies. Yes. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I said black queens forever, snow. I can't do that. I can't do that shit. Only if I can do that. I can't do that 24/7. I can't do it. My jaw hurts every time I say that shit. But he is right. He is right. Exactly. Go spend some time with your wife. Stop yelling on the panels. Exactly. You wasted all that time yelling at other women, especially Sweeney's sweet ass. I don't call him Sweeney, I call him Sweetie. Oh, that boy is sweet. That nigga is a straight Pop-Tart. Now I'm telling you could tell him I said it. He'll probably take it too. It's like, okay, cool. I'm a Pop-Tart. Cool. How can you be married to? I want to see the woman that he's married to. I was like, you put up with that? I never knew men to be this loud. My grandfather wasn't even that loud. He was quiet most of the time in the backyard, chilling, listening to some George Washington or some George Benson, sipping on his yak. I don't understand these panels. I don't understand these panels. I don't understand it all. But tomorrow I'm gonna go ahead and review. I think his name is Darwin Yates from the Eggs and Grits podcast. I'll review that because the brother, even though it's my first time hearing him, or it's my first time understanding him. It's not my first time hearing him. It's my first time understanding him. He's right on it. He is right on it. What did I do? What did I do? What? I'm just telling the truth. That boy probably got some wide hips. The way he be acting. The way he came at Inca that day. Inca. Because Inca was trying, even though he gets on my nerves too, what the brother was trying to do, and the other brother was trying to do, it's not easy, and we all have to face facts. We all have to face the truth. You got to take the good and the bad with everything. But yes, there were people who enslaved our people, but they weren't the same tribe. There are different tribes in that part of Africa. And if you don't believe me, the Woman King is a perfect example, even though they could have extended a little bit longer. The Woman King is the perfect example to go see. They have plenty of tribes. The homie is an actual real tribe. And they later found out what had happened, and then they ended up going to war. Yes, there are different tribes who go to war with each other all times. But guess what? The difference between black slavery and white slavery is totally two different concepts. Black slavery, we put you to work, but we taught you the best of everything. We taught you how to bathe. We gave you food. We gave you clothing. The difference is the gun. The gun became the great equalizer. And the white men came with their guns, and they came with their what you call them, torches or whatever, and they came with their chains, and they got emboldened, just like so many years ago. Just the same thing as 1804. Read in the 1804, the Haitian Revolution, how that got started. You mean to tell me ripping babies out of women's stomachs wasn't a thing? I may not be that guy to tell to let's start this off. I may not be that guy to blow up because I'm too panderish. I'm too simpish, if you will. I got a wife. I got 2 kids. I'm fine. It's y'all that have the issue. If I got a divorce today, guess what? I'm marrying a black woman tomorrow. Ain't no snow bunny in me. Ain't no caveman in me. Do you see Tarzan here? Ain't no Jane here. Where's Tarzan? You mean the crazy white man? He in the tree with Cheetah. Where Jane? She home in Nairobi. I don't like it. I don't like when the men try to prove their points with lions and wolves. What? And diseases? Well, you can't eat. Well, yeah. What's the old saying? You can leave a horse to water, but you can't teach him how to drink or some shit. Pretty, I don't know. I don't know. But we have a choice. We have a choice, and I'm gonna let it go until tomorrow. We have a choice here. Kevin Samuels is no longer here. Hadn't been here in 4 years. Let him go. I have respect for the brother, but he's not here. So what? We listening to Angry Man? So Angry Man is the next phase. Listen to yourselves. Maybe there's something wrong with the women. Maybe there's something wrong with you. Ever thought about that? Maybe, just maybe, if you waited on God to give you what you needed and not what you wanted, maybe you would have been better off. There was a reason why the whore in the Bible wiped Jesus's feet with her tears and rubbed them off with her hair. It's because she was humbled. Men have what's called feminine in them. A small percentage of feminine, because we wouldn't be anything without feminism. Of course, we have masculine. Of course, we're all masculine. Humbled by his love. Where's that word? That word has never, ever, 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 ever hit a platform. Love is an action. No, love is a state of mind. Love is a state of being. You wouldn't acquiesce without the other. Everything is a circular motion. There's a, and I don't want to get too deep, but there is a reason why there's a man who meditates and he has the 8 symbols going, all the chakras going all the way from the lower body up to the top of the head. Most of us don't operate in our chakras. Most of us don't even meditate. Hell, most of us don't even pray. Pray for a better life. Pray for a better tomorrow. Pray for a better time. There's a such thing as spirit, right? Each and every time you have these fucking platforms, you release a spirit. And that's another thing. Some of us need to go see Sinners. Sinners is a very powerful movie. Fuck all the other extra stuff, the vampires actually, the vampires. If you are real deep into history, like some of us aren't, the vampires, it's not just sucking your blood, it's sucking your information, sucking your aura. White folks want to know what you know. That's why they burned everything they just burned everything. They took everything that was needed and they burned everything else. They disrespected you by disrespecting your woman, and you're still living in Willie Lynch times. But nobody wants to talk about Willie Lynch because they think it's an imaginary figure. As El Shabazz would say, the most disrespected person in America on earth is the black woman. Was he pandering to that? Man, we ain't never gonna go because We-On-Loc. You always pandering to women. You always pandering. Hey, like the boy said, if it was a white woman, you'd be all over. If it was a white woman, oh yeah, the white woman led you into that barnyard. Hello, Miss Ann. You looking awful cute around here, boy. Well, thank you, Miss Ann. All the other slave master bitches say the same. Quit getting smart. Put your hand under my skirt. Now, Miss Ann, now you knows is gonna get me killed. I know that's why I'm doing it. Put your hand under there. Smell it. Now tell me what it feel like first. A puppy German Shepherd's head. Smell it. What it smell like? Garbage truck juice. I don't know what's so infatuating. I don't know what's so infatuating about a black man being with a white woman. I don't know what's so infatuating about it. What? Oh, I think I know. Someone told me about that. They are more feminine. Okay. What else? They listen to what you say, and they don't argue all the time. They don't fuss. They don't fight. They cook. They clean, and then they suck your little wee wee. Okay. So go be with them. But no. You made your decision. You made a clear decision that a black woman was unworthy. But yet they're getting raped every 1 out of 4 are getting raped every day. Excuse me, 1 out of 5 are getting raped every day. And you came out your mouth saying that I am not going to be a crash dummy for these black women because they could potentially put a knife in your back just for saving them. I guess I'm gonna have to take that chance. Now, would I? I guess I'm gonna have to take that chance because again, I'm not climbing that fence. And how often does that happen? Very small percentage. I mean, we're so used to black women being whores for the men. What if there was the other way around and you being whores for them, and them telling you what to do and so forth and so forth? You have to change your mindset. You really have to change your mindset and stop reading all them little statistics. They mean nothing. It's something that either an angry some angry black woman conjured up, or some psychotic white man brought up. Most of them shits are for the census. Now, and the last time I even signed the census was back when I think Joe Biden was getting ready to get in office. I stopped with the census shit. When is it ever going to be our time? When is it ever going to be our time where we're going to have to we can rewrite our history? Of course, we could take some of the things that acquiesced back then, but we just don't. I don't know. I don't know. I'm lost. I am completely lost. Whenever you spend 15 minutes arguing with a female, those 15 minutes, those 5 minutes, I already know you have some drama in your life that you have dealt with ever since you were younger. And you're blaming it all on her. Maybe it was possibly your parents, possibly a loved one, possibly somebody that you were fighting with, your teachers. Why does it always have to be a person that you hardly even know? You haven't had a full conversation with her, and yet you're pointing the finger. And this is the reason why I have trouble. I don't know why I waste my time listening to Lapeef. I don't know why I'm wasting my time. A couple years back, Anton was on. When Anton was there, and that little country nigga, I forgot what his name was. When he was on there, it was like it was jumping because, of course, and Chicago. I have no problems with Chicago. I have no problems with Chicago. I have no problems with Michelle, even though Michelle was a bit of a puppet. And then, of course, I miss my two ladies. I really do. I miss my two ladies, Kayla and Kay. I do miss them. We had such a good time. Such a good time. I had no problems with Michelle. I had no problem with her. But I just think she was with the wrong crowd. That's all. The only person that bit more than she could chew, and she's now acquiescent to Anton, would be Q. But at that particular time, things were a little bit jumpy. But now that things are a bit quiet, but now you constantly getting people coming in and out and in and out. And Will is, not the young boy Will. I'm talking about the old nigga. Will, whoo. Darren Woodson wannabe looking motherfucker. I mean, they all get on my nerves at some point. They all get on my nerves, but I guess they're right in their little weird way. The thing about it is, do you acquiesce to it? Do you pay attention to it? Or do you just say, oh, yeah, I get it, whatever? Click it off and you go to the next thing. I think that's what we need to start doing. I think we need to start just each and every time they say something crazy or the subject is about, well, are women going to take responsibility for their actions? Cut it off. People get on me. People get on me a lot for talking about white women and how racist they are. We all know how racist white people are. But you know the difference? The difference is I get bored listening to y'all. I really do. I really, really do. My eyes light up every time I listen to Lily Gallus or something talking about these niggas. She literally don't have a problem. I'm like, go ahead, girl, say it. Could you do me a favor and could you come to my neck of the woods and just I'll give you a bullhorn and a mouth guard. I'll give you a bullhorn and a mouth guard. That's all you get. And just go say the word nigger. See if one of the sisters like what you say. Because I tell white folks every day. First, ain't nobody tripping over you saying the N-word. They're not. It's your First Amendment right. You can go ahead and say it. Go ahead. Hell, I'll say it with you. Go ahead. Now, if you something now I can't protect you, and I'm not going to, but black folks, I can't talk about protection. I ain't gonna protect. I ain't gonna be no crash dummy for no one. Fine, don't. But when women stop fucking with you, oh boy. When the women, woo, yikes. When the black women stop fucking with you. And I hate to be a Cynthia G. I do not like that woman. But she has a point. When women stop messing with black men, where do you go? You know it's a sin, right? You know it's a deadly sin for a race to be with another race. It's a specific M word. I forgot what it was, but it's actually true. I have to look that up the next time. I have to look it up, but it's a sin. It's like I said before, and I don't want to get off track. But there's a reason why Ryan Kruger made sense, because everybody had their own personal sin, right? Everybody had their own personal sin, and Sammy, oh bless his heart, right? And Anna, bless her heart too. I believe they were the true heroes, right? It was like, right, man, this thing was whack. that black woman nearly got them all killed. It's the same thing. It's the same shit as Woman King. Oh, the world is over because the women are in control. They were led by a man. They were led by a king. And in the end, that king nominated a queen. Didn't he do that? It's been so long since I've seen it. He wanted to actually marry her. She wanted to keep up the fight. Oh my God. It's over. It's over for the black man. Oh my God. The women are taking over. What a mess. I'm numb. I'm numb to it. I want to hear from those who have a plan to keep keep going with the status quo. We need to stand with each other in unison, even when we don't want to. Even when we don't want to. United we stand, divided we fall. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that.